Hi, this is Jill Anderson, the Homegrown Gourmet. Welcome back. It's been a while since we've been here. As you can see, our surroundings have changed a little bit. We just moved. So I'm now in Cape Coral, Florida, and it is cold here today. Really unseasonably cold weather for us. I thought what I would make this morning is some waffles. I get a lot of questions about pancakes, waffles, crepes, and baked goods for the vegan because obviously the leavening of the eggs, the creaminess, the richness, and sometimes a lot of vegans have told me, gee, I don't think I'd ever be able to eat that stuff again. But the good news is that you can. What I have in this bowl is I have a combination of spelt flour, quinoa flour, and whole wheat flour. And the ratio is 1 cup of spelt flour, a ½ cup of wheat flour, and a ¼ cup of quinoa flour. Why the mixture? It tastes good. It gives it, the quinoa gives it sort of that malted flavor, and that's a really good thing. And then the other thing is, of course, you get fiber from your whole wheat flour. You get, and some people have, if you can't do wheat, you can just do all spelt. I'm adding maybe a pinch and a half there of kosher salt, and I have some cane sugar here, and we're going to add just 1 tablespoon. I don't like to kill my waffles with sweetness, but I just a little bit. Because you can take this same batter and add curry powder to it and make curry waffles and use them as a sandwich. I've got 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and I'm just going to whisk that together. And I've already got my waffle iron preheating, by the way. You want to make sure that it's good and preheated, because if you put your batter in a cold waffle iron, number 1, it's going to stick, and number 2, it's not going to rise. So we got that. And now to add the liquid, I am adding almond milk. If you're not familiar with this product, that's a milk replacement. Personally, I don't like soy milk, so I choose almond or coconut or rice. But that was 1 cup. You may need more than 1 cup. You may need less. Flours are very temperamental, depending on, and you can see how thick this got so quickly. On another day, this might be too much. I'm adding about a ¼ cup more. The humidity greatly affects whole grain flours, even much more than white flours. So just get your flour mixed in, and you're looking for a consistency in your batter of slightly thickened cream, maybe, something of that nature. Definitely you want it to flow. And if it's not flowing, you're going to get more. So I'm going to go ahead and add another ¼ cup. So that was a total of a 1.5 cups of almond milk. And every time you make this, you're going to find, especially in especially in vegan cooking, where you're not using eggs in that, you're going to find that your flours to liquid ratio is going to differ. I'm adding 2 tablespoons of melted coconut oil. This is going to negate the necessity of greasing the waffle iron, because the oil in the batter will clump up. Because the batter is cold, it'll get little clumps. So we're going to do that. And then when you put it into the waffle iron, of course, it melts. And the other flavor component I like to put into my batter, if I'm not making this for a savory dish, is a teaspoon of vanilla extract. So those are all of the components for the waffles. And I'm going to show you the consistency of the batter. Threads, okay? There's no need to really overmix it. Just get it in there and get it in. And as in with all vegan baking, the best thing, actually, since this is the very first one, I'm going to grease the waffle iron just a tad. So just a slight brush with some coconut oil. But as with all vegan baking, you definitely want to bake your product right away while the batter has some lift from the baking soda or the baking powder or whatever leavening you happen to be using. Today we're using the baking powder. So, okay, you fill your wells about 2/3 of the way full, and I'm really sorry that you're looking at the back of my waffle iron, but it just can't be helped. If you put it more than 2/3 full, it's going to run over. So put it about 2/3 full, spread it out, and then just don't touch it. Now while that is actually baking, we're going to get over here to a topping for our waffles, and this is a spicy peach, a spiced peach topping. And I've just got some frozen peaches that I've thawed, and I'm going to put them into a saucepan with a 1/4 cup of water. Not very much, okay? And we're going to use some cinnamon. I love cinnamon. Cinnamon adds a lot of flavor to dishes. I'm putting 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, and that was a 16-ounce bag, by the way, of peaches. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, and I'm just going to do a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and that's it. Now, I'm not adding any sugar to this mixture, but if you want to, certainly feel free. Before this gets cold, or before this gets hot, you want to go ahead and get your cornstarch in, and this is two tablespoons of non-GMO cornstarch. If you don't do corn, you can certainly use tapioca starch or potato starch. Either one would work just as well. Bear in mind that if you overcook them, they lose their starchiness. So you only want to cook them until the opaqueness disappears, till the liquid becomes clear. Now that I've got this combined, we just need to let it sit here and wait until the liquid comes to a boil, and you'll have your peaches nice and thick. And we'll get back to that in just a minute. Our waffles are looking good, smelling good. I can see the steam coming up off of them. So I'm going to go ahead and get a plate, and we're going to have this ready. My husband's standing by for a taste like he always does. And let me get some silverware here while we're at it. And by the way, send me a note and let me know how you like the recipes. My website is currently under reconstruction again. It's just that I've changed servers, and so I'm going to have a brand new layout on the website. Hopefully it will be more updated more often, and I would love to be able to finally get a recipe, oh gosh, what do you call it? A recipe archive. Get a recipe archive in it. So let me get that underway, and I think we're going to check these waffles. They look wonderful, and they come out so easily. Can you see this? Is this amazing? And they're so light. They're light as a feather. Now, of course, you can use some vegan butter if you'd like. There is the Earth Balance, and there's several others. You can use those if you like. If you don't, no big deal. But we're going to serve this up right now with this beautiful spiced peach combo. And it is beautiful. Look at this. Now just tell me that looks like you're giving up anything. I want to thank you guys for being with me again. And remember, the website is thehomegrowngourmet.com. You can contact me there, or Jill at the Homegrown Gourmet, and look for another luscious vegan or vegetarian video next week. Thanks. Have a great day.